You'll have seen from some of my other videos that I'm using the Sony ZV1 for most of the camera work for this channel. Now, one of the concerns I've read about and also seen in some of the reviews is that the field of view for this camera is not wide enough, especially when you have the active stabilisation on. So what solutions are there to work with this? Well, Ulanzi think they have the answer. The WL1 lens, a wide angle lens. In this video, I'm going to unbox it, show you how to attach it to the front of the camera, and then also show you the effects of with and without the lens in place. I hope you enjoy. So I purchased this myself, own money, no gifts here, for this lens through AliExpress. I'll put a link to this lens on Amazon, and I'll try and put the link on through AliExpress as well, just in case you want to check prices through there. And this lens took around 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks to reach me. Right, so I'm now going to open this up. It came in a brown box, a cardboard box, and I took it out from that straight into here. Take the wrapper off. Okay, and then slide that through. Hopefully you can see the box there. Take it off. And what have we got? We've got the instruction booklet. And I'll have a quick read through of this. And then we have the lens itself. I'll just put this here. You've got a protective case for it to one side. And then in here, we've got a plastic bag, which has got inside the metal plate to be stuck onto the front of the camera, a cleaning cloth here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 3M stickers. Okay, so that's everything in the box. We're now going to have a go at installing this onto the Sony ZV1 and then show you back the results. Okay, so I've just been going through the instructions. It advises to make sure the lens is out and then make sure the camera is switched on. To remove the, let's see if I can do this, take off there to get the adhesive ready. So that's that. And then to put this pretty well centered on here. Carefully does it. Okay, so that seems to be on. And with that in place, we'll now try. So the next thing is, and this is quite a hefty lens by the way, the weight of this seems quite strong. So let me just take off the back plate, and then I can see if I can show this on camera. Screw that on. Alright, trying to do this through the camera. There. So that is it. So now we have the 18mm wide lens on the Sony ZV1. So what I'll do now, I'm going to do some shots to practice, and I'll put some footage on. Just to let you know, there's actually two lenses here. There's the 18mm wide angle, if I take that off, here is the macro, 10 times macro lens here. So if you want to get very close-up shots, we can do that as well. So I'll be practicing with both of those, and then I'll come back, show some sample shots with and without the lens to give you an idea of what this looks like and whether this is something you might consider for your camera. This is the first test of the camera. We've got no lens on here at all, and steady shot is off. So this is essentially the widest field of view you can get without the lens. Okay, so this is now the Sony ZV1 with the Ulanzi WL1 lens in place, and we've got no active stabilisation, no steady shot. So this should be the widest angle possible. We've now got standard steady shot on, no active stabilisation, just steady shot running, just to give you the comparison. Okay, this is the camera with the standard steady shot on and the Ulanzi WL1 lens as a comparison. And now we have the active stabilisation on, which has narrowed the field of view down. Just like to add that this is all done on the tripod. There is little to no movement of the camera at any point. So this is a true reflection of the field of view at each of those points. And this is with the active stabilisation on with the Ulanzi WL1 lens in place. Okay, this is without the macro lens in place, and this is with the macro lens in place. This is without the macro lens in place. This is with the macro lens in place. I hope you enjoyed watching those video comparisons between the different lenses, and that's helped you to make a decision whether you'd like to get this lens. I'd like to give you my final thoughts on the lens from the last few weeks of me using it and testing it out. First of all, I've been very impressed with the image quality. I found with the wide angle lens on, no noticeable difference in image quality and no distortion compared to the native lens of the Sony. And for me, that's very important that the image quality is maintained. Secondly, I think it's really neat that it has two different lenses built into it. So not only is it the wide angle lens, but you also get the 10 times macro zoom. And I think that gives you a little bit more flexibility, a bit more agility when you're using the camera, which I think is good. And the third thing I like is that it comes with the lens ring, the attachment that you stick onto the front of the camera. It's relatively easy, as I showed in the how to do section of this video, and it worked very well, and it's stayed very firm. I've not noticed any sort of loosening of that grip. It's very strong, and of course it comes with spare stickers as well if you needed it. There are some other things I think you need to be aware of if you're thinking of buying this. One is the weight of this lens. I actually checked the weight. It's about 8.4 ounces, just under 240 grams. So to put that in context, the DJI Mavic Mini drone is 249 grams, so almost the same weight, which blew my mind a little bit. I guess this is because this is made of, it's a metal, whereas the camera itself is plastic. So you do notice it, and when you're holding the camera, it does tend to sort of pull it forward a bit with the additional weight on the front. And I am a little bit worried about how it affects the motors on the camera, because obviously the lens extends and retracts. For me, I haven't noticed any issues with that, but it's something to watch out for. The second thing I think you need to be aware of is with the fitting that it comes with, the ring fitting, you've actually got to find that thread, and as you saw in the video, it took me a little while just to find the right position, and then once you find it, you've then got to turn it, and it takes about, I don't know, 4 or 5 turns before it's securely in place and locked in. And then equally when you want to take it off, it's the same, you know, 4 or 5 turns to take it out. So once it's on, you tend to leave it on because of the time it takes. I've seen other reviewers talk about a clip where you can just sort of push it on and push it off. And I think that would make a real difference in terms of more flexibility for you. Although that's an additional cost that you need to worry about. Whereas this, it's all in one package, which I think is great. So for me, it's a tech new review, thumbs up, and definitely a buy recommendation from us. And with that, I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch these tech new review videos. If you're hungry for more tech new review, you can always visit our website, technewreview.com. And you can also go and visit our Facebook page, our Twitter, and our Instagram pages as well. We're covered on all these different social platforms. And we do like to post on regularly, almost daily basis going at the moment. So with that, I'll just say, see you later, YouTube.